Hello, hi, this is Benga and I welcome you to my channel. In our last post, we look at foods that can help lower high blood pressure, and we have some ideas. We shared some ideas. We discussed a lot, and the link can be found just below this this video. But today we want to look at something similar, and when we talk about something similar, we talk about foods that can actually be okay, food that are good for people living with hypertension. You see, hypertension is a very deadly disease which occurs as a result of the high blood pressure. And if you look at high blood pressure, it has to do with when the reading of the diastolic and the systolic are far away from the normal. Probably that's a problem. When the diastolic reading and the systolic reading is higher or lower than the normal, then such person will be suffering from high blood pressure. But a prolonged high blood pressure now leads to hypertension. According to statistics, hypertension kills more than any other disease, especially for elderly people who are above age of 50, 60, and 70. And when it is chronic, it can lead to heart disease. It can cause other diseases like cardiac arrest. In fact, it also leads to diabetes and others. So if you have hypertension, then you can actually maintain using through some foods. It's not that you are just cut off away from people like that, but you can actually maintain the level of your blood pressure through some foods, which we are going to discuss as you watch on with this video. Like and subscribe to us, and because we'll be looking at in-depth analysis of some foods that are actually good for people living with hypertension. Now, foods for hypertension, food for people living with hypertension, or foods that are good for hypertension includes: number 1, snail. Snail is good because it does not contain fat, it does not contain salt, and does not contain cholesterol. So when you come about snail, but some people actually have some issues with snail in the sense that probably they want to eat it raw or no, because snail itself is a host for worms, like many worms, roundworms, and all those things. So you have to cook it very well. But I actually know that snail is better than beef. So if you have high blood pressure or you have hypertension, then I think snail is a good food for you because it contains some eggs, some agents that actually helps in reducing the blood pressure, that helps in balancing the level of blood pressure in the body. So if you have hypertension, snail is good. Then number 2, you want to look at banana. Banana, some people, if you have diabetic, you might not take the banana, but if you have hypertension, banana is good because I did some research and I concluded that it can also be used to lower the blood pressure, especially when it's not so ripe. And we talked about unripe fruits some times ago, and so banana also contains some agent that actually helps reduce the level of hypertension, the blood pressure reading and all that. So then in the last video, we talked about natural yogurt that are produced naturally without sugar, without fat and all those things. It's also good if you have hypertension, that you can take yogurt that are not included with sugar, just a natural one. Yogurt is good because it contains proteins, and protein is actually good to do what? Used to repair worn out tissues, to increase the body metabolism and all that, which is also needed for people who have hypertension. And and as well as dark chocolate also. Dark chocolate doesn't contain sugar, and which is also good for people who have hypertension and all that. And the next one that is very, very good, the next food that is good for hypertension or people living with hypertension is garlic. Garlic is one of the natural ways to, in fact, even reduce hypertension cases. And so if you have hypertension, you can also take garlic. Either you eat it raw or you spice it out in food, because it contains a lot of vitamins and minerals that helps reduce the blood pressure. I've seen very old people and I've seen people use this garlic, and it also helps a lot. If you are in the categories of people who have heart diseases, heart attack, then garlic is very good. Then synonymous to this is ginger. Ginger is also a natural plant. We call this, along with garlic, a wonder plant that also helps to repair the body. It gives you increase the body metabolism, and if you have hypertension, you can also actually take either combination of garlic and ginger, and it works. Doctor recommended it, has been nutritionists, all these nutritionists also recommended it, and it works. Some people take it raw, some people spice it in food, and that's that. The asparagus also is another good food that I recommended for if people with hypertension. If you have hypertension, you can also take asparagus, because asparagus is a vegetable, and since the vegetable contains vitamins and minerals that can actually work for your body and help you maintain your high blood pressure without having issues or having problems. Then snail water, that's water coming from snail. Some people take it in fact, I have an uncle that had stroke the other time, and we give him snail water, but make sure the snail water is well treated without having eggs of worms, and it actually helps him the blood pressure reduced drastically, and that's that. And so if you have hypertension, you can also go for unripe fruits. Unripe fruits are very nutritious. They don't contain sugar, but they contain vitamins and minerals that helps the body, that helps in repairing one of tissues, but that helps in repairing growth. It increases growth, and your cells, your tissues also works fine. So unripe fruits like pawpaw, like plantain, and all those things don't increase the blood level. Instead, they help maintain it. And people with diabetic also, they also recommend unripe fruit for them. And the next one is water. Water is a universal solvent. The body needs water. So I don't expect people taking too much of alcohol. If you have hypertension and you want to maintain your hypertension, you want to live with hypertension, then you have to take more water. Then shun soft drinks, shun beer, shun alcohol, and that is good. Water increases the body metabolism. It helps maintain your body stamina. It helps in terms of digestion and everything. So if there's any food substance that help people living with hypertension to grow or to maintain the level of hypertension in the body, then water is a lifesaver here. So let's talk about the next one, is the fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are good also. When you eat fruits and vegetables, mostly they have vitamins, they have minerals, they also have other substance agents that actually reduces the level of fluctuations in blood pressure calculations also. So if you have hypertension, vegetable is good, no matter how. Too many vegetables, and as well as fruit also. We have some fruits that are not sugary. We have cucumber, we have cabbage, we have orange, we have grapes. We have some of them are not. They are very good, and you can easily find them around. So if you have issues, if you have hypertension, if you have health-related problem like that, then you can actually take some of this fruit. So to recap now, these are the foods that are actually good for people living with hypertension. We talk about snail, we talk about banana, we talk about natural yogurt, we talk about dark chocolate, we talk about garlic and ginger, we talk about asparagus, snail water, unripe fruit, water, vegetables, and fruit. Doing all these things, you're able to live with hypertension. You don't need to die anymore. So you can also treat them if you have your drugs with you, if you're not taking drugs. All these foods can actually help you to stay safe. Thank you, and God bless. Subscribe to us and like our page and share this video. Thank you very much.